Most people are not financially educated to know what to do with a huge amount of money. Most of the US will spend that money without even knowing that the money is gone. This is due to insufficient knowledge in managing your finances. If you have an extra $100,000 in your hand and you don't have any debt or extra bill payments, you are well ahead of the game. But if you have an outstanding debt, most financial professionals will say to clear that debt. And if it is cleared, you should put aside an emergency fund for at least 3 to 5 months. And if you have kids, after both you are settled, you should probably put aside money for your kids' college fund. If all of these are settled and you still have $100,000 in your account, then you are way ahead of the game than most of the people. Now it's come to this point. How do you utilize this money in your account to get more money? Due to the fact that you have no prior knowledge of how to handle this much money, you should educate yourself on how to handle this money and do adequate research on how to increase this money. Before going to do something with the money after hearing from someone, you should first study what you're going to do and come to your conclusion that doing this will be a great idea. For most people, they will go out and spend when they have this much money. This is a video to help you understand and give you a guide to how to spend your money. Here are 5 things you should consider doing when you have $100,000 in your account. Furthermore, this video teaches you how to invest this money and become successful in your life. This is a guide on how to properly invest your money, and by investing, how to make your life better. Real estate. The most basic and old way of investing money. Although real estate is not the most exciting prospect, you should consider paying off your mortgage if you have World, or if you don't have a property, consider investing in real estate. Real estate is always a solid investment option, but it involves risk and requires your due diligence. When most people think about investing in real estate, they will think of buying and reselling the property, or buying a property and renting it. Many factors determine if you can get a profit quickly, if it takes time, or if you can make a profit at all. One of the most important factors which affect your profit margins is the location. The location of your property is the most important thing when you're going to invest in real estate. You should consider the possibility of future developments and recent developments to find out the correct value of your land and the possibilities and the potential hidden in the piece of land you own. The location of the property is the most important factor which determines the value of your property. If you were to get big money for your property, choosing the right location is just as important as choosing the right property. Every investment comes with its risk, and real estate is not above the risk. You should think carefully before doing any kind of business in real estate or any kind of investment. But real estate investment is a good option you should consider with your money. Low-risk investments. If you are worried about investing your money in the market or your money being safe, you can always invest in high-yielding certificate of deposit, or you can put your money in a high-interest savings bank account. By doing it, your money is automatically insured by the federal government if it is an FDIC, and almost all banks are. You should not just go to your local bank branches and deposit your money. You should do your research and conduct studies to find out the difference between each bank and the different interest rates. There are a lot of facilities which give more interest rates for your money. Sometimes the best rate for a high-yielding saving account could be provided by online platforms of various financial service firms that you are familiar with, such as Goldman Sachs, American Express, and Barclays Bank. You can also find out-of-state banks with competitive offers online. Before investing your money, you should conduct proper research and studies and come to your conclusions after that. Only you should put your money somewhere, even if it's through banks. Diversify, diversify, diversify. One of the key elements of investing is diversity. It is the key through which you can make a lot of money by dividing your money and investing it in different types of investments. Your 100K is respectable about of ready, which can be diversified and invested in many different investment options. This will ensure the safety of your money, because even if some of the investments you are interested in will be a loss, there will be stocks that will do way greater than some stocks, providing you with money that can easily surpass your losses. You would be wise to divide up the $100,000, putting a portion of it into vehicles that you already own, like your IRA, and trying some new investment tools with a balance. Deciding how to divide and allocate your money involves weighing in your options very carefully, including your short-time goals and long-time goals, and thinking realistically about the risk factors involving in this kind of investment. As always, it is a good idea to seek the advice of a financial professional before investing. Peer-to-peer lending. So, for people who are afraid to invest, peer-to-peer lending is a great way to increase your wealth. Peer-to-peer or P2P lending enables individuals to obtain loans directly from other individuals, cutting out the financial institution as the middleman. Websites that facilitate P2P lending have greatly increased their adoption as an alternative method of financing. Compared with the stock market, P2P lending offers investors the opportunity to generate higher returns through repayments with interest. While the stock market is often said to average an 8% annual return, P2P loans can offer double-digit returns of 10, 11, and even 12%. Similar to personal loans, interest rates on peer-to-peer loans generally range from 6% to 36%. Many lenders impose origination fees between 1% and 8% of the loan amount, plus other administrative costs. Compare lenders to identify the option with the lowest overall cost of borrowing. P2P lending uses online platforms to directly connect people who want to borrow money with people who want to lend money. So, instead of taking out a traditional loan from a bank or credit union, you borrow money from individual investors who are registered on a P2P lending platform. Utilizing blockchain technology, borrowers and lenders can enter a loan agreement without the need for an intermediary. Instead, self-executing smart contracts enable trustless transactions. P2P lending is a great way to invest money as it guarantees a safe return, and it is one of the ways you should consider doing when you have a huge amount of money in your savings account. ETFs and mutual funds. ETFs and mutual funds are other great options for investing. Exchange-traded funds, commonly known as ETFs, are a collection of various securities such as bonds, shares, money market instruments, etc. that often track an underlying asset. Simply put, ETFs are a mashup of different investment avenues. They offer the best attributes of two popular financial assets: mutual funds and stocks. ETF funds are somewhat similar to mutual funds in terms of their structure, regulation, and management. Additionally, just like mutual funds, they are a pooled investment vehicle that offers diversified investment into various asset classes like stocks, commodities, bonds, currencies, options, or a blend of these. Moreover, they can even be traded like stocks on the stock exchanges. There are several ETFs available to suit the demands of almost all investors. Following are some types of ETFs available to an individual. Number 1, bond ETFs. Number 2, currency ETFs. Number 3, inverse ETFs. Number 4, liquid ETFs. Number 5, gold ETFs. And number 6, index ETFs. Mutual funds. A mutual fund is a professionally managed investment fund that pools money from many investors to purchase securities. The term is typically used in the United States, Canada, and India, while similar structures across the globe include the SICAV in Europe and an open-ended investment company in the UK. Mutual funds are often classified by their principal investments: money market funds, bond or fixed income funds, stock or equity bonds, or hybrid funds. Funds may also be categorized as index funds, which are passively managed funds that track the performance of an index, such as a stock market index or bond market index, or actively managed funds, which seek to outperform stock market indices but generally charge higher fees. The primary structures of mutual funds are open-end funds, closed-end funds, and unit investment trusts. There are various advantages and disadvantages of mutual fund investment. One of the main advantages of mutual funds is that your money is often managed by a professional who can make critical decisions about the money, and you can be more relaxed by giving your money to a professional who knows the in and outs of the market. There is a high probability that you will make more money than investing your money by yourself. Another advantage of mutual funds is the fixed rate of returns. Although there are many advantages, there are also risks and many disadvantages for mutual fund investing that comes with the mutual fund fees and expenses. Mutual funds are regulated by governmental bodies and are required to publish information including performance, comparison of performance to benchmarks, fees charged, and securities held. A single mutual fund may have several share classes by which larger investors pay lower fees. There are many ways to invest your money in the market and make a profit, and these are only a few steps in which you can make money with your money. All these steps have their advantage and disadvantages. You should look into every one of these investment plans and choose the one best for you from this list or from any other proportions. Everything comes with its own risk. Saving some money for your retirement is also a good way to deal with this $100,000. Always think twice or thrice before doing anything with your money. It is better to be careful than cry after losing everything.